Hello, who's here? So I've seen on my comments already that we have Valentina and Jim. So hi guys, hello, welcome. Oh, I just turned the volume off on my laptop because that's going to confuse matters.
You get tried and tested recipes with step-by-step instructions.
Skip that. Turn the volume down. Oh, Amy's here. Hi, Amy. So we have Jim, Valentina and Amy. Anyone else watching, say hi. JLW. Just finished watching my Gaia review and excited to hear more about the Solstice scents. And Fragdicted is here as well. Hi, Fragdicted. Anyone else, say hi. Do share your scent of the night or day or whatever it might be, wherever you are. Christy's here. Hi, Christy. I got my Perfume pyjamas on again. Who is in their comfortable indoor clothes, pyjamas, your sweatpants, your yoga pants, your baggy t-shirts? Share away. Come on, let's all be friends. So Jim is wearing. Cat is already jumping up. You can't see her. Let's see if we can just get. Oh, there she is. She's already trying to get involved, as per usual, sweetie. So, drink of the night for me is the old vodka Diet Coke. And so Jim is wearing Le Bon Idole. Amy's wearing Solstice Scents, Victorian Picnic on her wrists and Violet Mallow on shoulders. Lovely combination. I've got both here. I've got my full bottle of Victorian Picnic, which is definitely, from what I've smelled, my favourite. And I also have a sample of Violet Mallow. I will share what I'm wearing. So I'm wearing Solstice Scents. I am wearing, this was sent to me by Tracy from Comfort in Scents, and it's Snow Mint Mallow. Now she's been raving about this on her Instagram, and she's got a full bottle of the Eau de Parfum. And we were talking about swapping and stuff, and I said I wouldn't mind trying a little bit of Snow Mint Mallow. And she sent me a whole oil roll-on, a whole proper bottle of the oil roll-on. So I'm wearing that all around here. And on my wrists I've got a sample of, this side is, I can't remember what it's called. It begins with a P and it's weird, like postpartum dial or something. And then on this side is White Fox, which is really, really interesting. And let's see what you're all wearing. So JLW is wearing I Am Trash by Etat Libre d'Orange. Kay Stygen, hello, in your PJs too. Awesome. Scent of the day, Coeur Beluga. That is a beautiful fragrance from Guerlain. The best rendition of a suede and vanilla. Just gorgeous. I love it. JLW, love Le Bon Idole. I don't actually know that one. I've heard of it, but I haven't tried it. Amy wore Snow Mint Mallow on Christmas Day and it was lovely. It's really lovely. It's not exactly what I expected. There's less mint. There is mint, but there's less mint. And it almost smells a bit chocolatey, which isn't mentioned in the notes. But it has this chocolatey feel. And I know when I looked it up, coconut is listed, but I didn't know coconut was in there. So I was really surprised with the coconut note, but it is lovely. Jim loves Coeur Beluga as well. So Tracy's here. Hi Tracy. Thank you Tracy. So I'm wearing Snow Mint Mallow. Drinking peppermint tea and wearing Bengal Rouge. How lovely. I saw your full bottle on Instagram. So Tracy's got a full bottle of Bengal Rouge now. How lovely. Cleopatra 7. Hello Claire. Scent of the Night. Wicked Good by Gallagher. Delicious chocolate tonka bean fragrance. I haven't tried it yet. It sounds lovely. My only concern is it pure sweetness? Does it have development? Does it change? I'd love to know your thoughts. Cleopatra 7. Christy O, wearing a new fragrance from Small House Stonegate called Thin Air. Really unique. Well, sounds interesting, Christy. Let us know more about that one. Where's the house based? Catch My Whiff saying hello. Good evening. Hi. Frag Addicted. Evening. Catch My Whiff. Comfort and Scents. White Fox is lovely and fresh yet musky. Yeah, and it's got the soil. It's got the wet soil, like the snow. The way soil is melted with snow, like, you know, when you get the brown snow, not because someone did a poo, but because it's mixed up with the soil, and then you get that smell. It's got that in it, and it's really clever. Cleopatra 7 says, "Sweetie is so sweet." She's literally sitting with her back to me now. She's sitting on this little tiny table here with her back to me, so I don't think she's happy to be ignored. Amy is saying, to comfort in sense, Tracy, I've really been enjoying your Instagram lately. Tracy's Instagram is probably my favourite Instagram, if I'm honest, because the pictures are just completely appealed to me. They've got this shabby chic, beautiful charm that I love. Christy, oops, I mean Stone House, not Stone Gate. Well, it's pretty close. Gates, houses, all the same really. JLW, yeah, I had the same questions about Wicked Good. Please share Cleopatra 7. Yeah, just let us know, Cleopatra 7, if there's any sort of development with the fragrance, or is it just a full-on gourmand, quite linear all the way through? I'd love to know. Okay, so that's all comments caught up with. So I'm doing well. Let me know what you're drinking, so we know Tracy's on the peppermint tea. What is everyone else drinking? Have you got a drink? Have you got a snack? And if you haven't shared your scent of the day or night, then please do so now. So Christy's saying, Stonegate based in Michigan, thin air, smells like ozonic berries with a slight juniper note. Reminds me of being around a lake on a cold day. It sounds really nice. Nice and fresh. Liz Seville, hi all, new here. Liz wearing a La Coeur. What's that? I've never heard of that one. Do share a little bit more. What is La Coeur? Catch my fun PJs. Yeah, these PJs are awesome. I got two bigger size actually, so I don't really wear the trousers. They're huge and they're really long, and I trip over them, and all sorts of accidents can happen in those massive trousers. Plus, they just leave room for me to be gluttonous and just think, yeah, okay, I'm going to fit in those trousers. So the trousers aren't being worn. I've just got some velvety purple trousers on, my comforty ones, and my lovely perfume bottle top. I love it. Just, it's warm and lovely. So Amy, no, I'm hitting the H2O on the rocks straight up. Living wild, Amy, living wild. Catch My Whiff is wearing Boss the Scent Private Accord. I have not tried that yet. Custard having a white month, no drink for me. Oh, I've not heard it called that before. No, what, not even water? Fragdicted Liz, is that from Aldi? Oh, Liz Seville, La Coeur is Mended Rosa Talismans, vanilla and mandarin. Okay, that's quite far removed from Aldi. But I was also thinking La Coeur, that is a brand from Aldi, that I think it's a skincare brand, so I get what you're saying. But that sounds nice. Vanilla and mandarin sounds really nice, Liz. So has anyone tried Solstice scents yet? I know some of you have. I know most of my samples actually have been sent to me by Tracy from Comfort in Scents, or you know, about half of them maybe. So I know Tracy certainly has. Case Sturgeon can drink anything but alcohol. That's all right. You can still have a nice hot chocolate or a fizzy drink or something. Jim hasn't tried Solstice scents yet. I think if you like gourmands or you like quite gothic scents, then they're probably up your street. Christy hasn't tried them yet. Christy, they're based in the USA, so you can get samples for really affordable prices, and the shipping is going to be fine for you. So Christy, yeah, just have a check. Amy's saying they're in Florida. Interesting. I'm actually thinking of going to Florida at the end of the month. What does everyone think about that? I've been toying with different places to go. I've got 2 weeks off at the end of the month, and I'm thinking, I saw a flight that's quite cheap, so I might go to Florida. But obviously I'm not going to go to the Solstice Scents factory, of course, but just it's just interesting that you mentioned Florida, when just earlier I was thinking that might be where I go. So Tracy is saying the burnishing glacés are great value even here in the UK. What are they? Are they body sprays, Tracy? They look. I've seen them, and I've seen you talk about them. Are they basically body sprays? And do you just like get the matching body spray for the perfume? Let me know. Christy's saying Florida is great this time of year. Amy, Florida's lovely. Comfort Incense, Tracy, body and bath oil. So that's a burning glacé. It's a body and bath oil. Is that right? Let me know. I'm going to take a swig. Now, what I thought we'd do as well to kind of mix it up, so we can mix up chatting about Solstice scents, and I will smell what I've got here. But if you want to share your perfume gripes, so if there's anything that's getting on your boobies at the moment, and you want to get it off your boobies, get it off your chest. Sorry to mention boobies twice in one go. If you want to get anything off your chest, that's not to say we want to be negative as such, but if you've got any gripes, like, I don't know, reformulations, longevity issues, pricing, anything perfume related that you want to get off your chest, then let's get it off our chest now and make ourselves feel a bit better. So let me know. We'll just weave that in with the Solstice scent stuff and just chat about it in general. Catch my with temperature weather-wise, Florida's pretty temperate and comfortable in February. So I'll be going at the end. So I think I'll be going about somewhere between the 22nd and the 24th of January, depending the best price on a flight really. So Tracy's saying that the glacés from Solstice Scents are multitaskers, so you can use them as body and bath oils. Okay, nice. So I guess it's something that you would get to match up with your fragrance if you wanted to kind of layer it, or maybe mismatch and layer different stuff. So Jim is saying the big gripe, of course, is Dior Homme reformulation. Why? So I'm hearing this a lot, but I'm also hearing some people say it's not a reformulation, that it's just another version. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't know if we have any actual 100% fact, but some people are saying it's reformulated and they're getting rid of the original. Sorry. Other people are saying that the original will still be available because they're calling it different names ever so slightly. Catch My Whiff says nothing wrong with boobies. Cheers to that. Nothing wrong with boobies. Amy, my perfume gripe is fragrance phobes who freak out anytime they catch a whiff of anything other than plain sterile air. Luckily, I don't have any people like that in my life. They probably, if they were likely to be in my life, they probably avoid me. They take me with a wide berth, I would imagine. But yeah, I'm really lucky. I don't have anyone like that kind of freaks out about fragrance. But it would bother me if I worked somewhere where there was a fragrance-free policy. That would be an issue for me, and I would be constantly breaking the rules, and I would probably get sacked. I get some people are slightly sensitive to these things, but yeah, I can imagine if you've got someone like that in your life, then that's going to be a bother. JLW, perfume gripes. I did like a perfume with a big opening and then disappears, no sillage or longevity. Also the overdose of ambroxan. JLW, I have to agree with you. I would say, for example, Tom Ford Lost Cherry, I feel that way about that fragrance. The opening for me is beautiful, but then something happens and it goes, falls flat, and it goes flat lines and it's shit. Yeah, and I think there are some perfumes are designed to get you to smell the opening notes in a shop and go, wow, that's amazing, I'm going to buy a bottle, walk away, and find out when you start wearing it that it's only great for 20 minutes. And yeah, that's a shame, and I do think some perfume companies take the piss when they do things like that. Ambroxan, actually, I've learned a little bit about ambroxan. So in my perfume journey, having my own perfume made by an indie perfumer, I actually went to her studio and we smelt some materials, and I she mentioned ambroxan, and I said, oh no, I don't want any of that in there, because to me, I thought ambroxan was the dry down of Sauvage, that harsh chemical woodsy notes, the same that's if you have had the pleasure of smelling Office for Men, it's also very strongly in there, and I thought that was ambroxan. And then the perfumer had me smell the raw material of ambroxan, and it was actually beautiful and nothing like the dry down of Sauvage. So I've changed my mind on ambroxan. It is actually, I'm not saying that I'm putting it in my fragrance, I don't think we're putting it in there. However, it is actually, from what I smelled, the raw material, I actually really enjoyed it. Not that I can specifically remember how it smelled, but it wasn't what I thought it was. So I'm very open about ambroxan now, when I was a kind of anti-ambroxan before. So Tracy wears the glacés, so they're like the body sprays, body oils from Solstice, as perfumes, because they're actually really strong. So that's interesting to know. Fredicted just watched Gent Sense. He was really disappointed with Dior 2020. That seems to be the theme. No one's liking it. Liz, why is it $45 to $48 to buy a bee travel spray? That's actually money if you stop and think. Yeah, that is a lot of money for a small travel size. But I know that their cost is more for the full bottles as well for bee. I'm not sure why, whether it's to do with the materials. I haven't explored or asked Victor about that. Jim, you're right, it's completely new perfume, keeping the Dior name. So that's regarding the reformulation of Dior Homme. Fredicted sounds very ordinary. Amy, we have a lot of fragrance phobes in the US. Yeah, I think there's seems to, because you see a lot of these houses now that are coming out and saying we don't have any evil synthetics, we only have all natural, so it's all really safe and you can drink our perfume because it's all natural. And some people fall for that shit, which is really sad, and they think, yeah, they think fragrance is the enemy. Christy, I love gourmands. Some of them are so linear, they make me feel nauseous in a few hours. Hard to find the perfect one. Christy, that is exactly how I feel. I love gourmands, but I need them to change on my skin, otherwise I get sick of them. Not necessarily nauseous, but bored, overwhelmed, just sniffed out. Naxos does that to me. I love Naxos. When you first spray Naxos to it, it's absolutely beautiful, and then within an hour it's like, is this thing gonna ever change? Oh my god, it's too sweet now, it's getting annoying, it's pissing me off. So yeah, a gourmand for me has to change, and that's in my perfume that I'm bringing out. Not to keep going on about it, that is a key factor. It will absolutely change. In fact, well, we haven't got to the end product yet, but we're close, and it changes. You won't get bored of it, trust me. Just sorry, scrolling through your comments. So Amy's saying to Jim, it's more common in the US than other countries, this fragrance phobia. I think it's our Puritan heritage. Catch my whiff, not a gripe, but what's tough about Fragcom as a whole is working through the interest expansion. I feel companies are taking advantage of the uneducated. Also, with so many new reviewers, it's tough to keep the overload burnout in check. Yeah, that's the thing, and I think, you know, it's down to us as individuals to sort of check ourselves, and you can't worry about everyone else having the piss taken out of them, really. You just have to worry about yourself, and I guess spread the message to as many people as you can, and yeah, not get too overloaded. But there are so many new reviewers now, and I found that because I'm kind of got involved in some stuff like trying to push some new reviewers, help new reviewers. I'm now watching quite a lot of new reviewers, and I find that I'm stuck on the internet quite a lot watching other videos, and it can get a bit overwhelming. So I think for my personal point of view, maybe it might resonate with some of you. Might be good to have a little break from the internet, even if you just sort of like segregate part of the day when you have no internet time. Could be healthy, because I don't know, it's all getting a little bit too much. JLW, that's interesting. Must be a cheap chemical version of ambroxan. It's very distinctly awful chemical version of musk animalic woodsy. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, this was actual ambroxan that I smell, but it did not smell like what I smell when I smell Sauvage, which really grates on me. Like, one spray on someone, you know, is fine. One spray on someone, it is pleasant. I get the popularity, I really do. Some people wear too many sprays, and so many people wear it, and it does kind of grate on me. It is a bit chemical sharp. But it wasn't what I smelled when I smelled ambroxan. So yeah, I've still got a lot to learn about materials, I think. Amy agreeing with Catch My Whiff about so many new reviewers. Cleopatra, wicked good. It's a very natural fragrance. Sillage is soft, gives you a very nice warm aura, a little bit powdery. It sounds really nice. Definitely a gourmand, but at the same time definitely without too much sweetness and sugar. A grown-up gourmand. Cleopatra, that sounds really, really nice. The only question I've got now is, does it change on your skin? Does it change throughout the wearing? So if you're like me and a bit fickle, you don't get too bored. Let me know. Talk and review. Nick is saying hello. Hi, Nick. Devilish scent. The devil is in the building. I've been meaning to try this house. Yeah, it's a really interesting house. We will get there in a minute. So here comes Sweetie. We will get there in a minute. Smelling Solstice scents. JLW discovered a world of fragrance from you and just love her videos. I've been watching through them all. She is absolutely amazing. She is so brilliant at describing things. So eloquent, so beautiful to look at. Such a lovely voice, and just really thought out reviews. So if anyone else is paying attention and not watching already, check out My World of Fragrance. She is excellent, one to watch. I think she'll take off quite heavily once people get to know her. And Case Nigel, nice and helpful of you to promote new reviewers. Thank you. I'm only little myself, so I'm not going to make massive waves, but I'll do what I can. Catch My Fragcom 2020 idea, have viewing parties like a movie night. Yeah, how do we do that? How does it work, Catch My Whiff? I'm well up for it. Dynamic Frags, have you changed your camera for your reviews recently? The quality is great. Thank you. No, it's not the camera. Dan, Mr. Smelly, bought me a ring light, so I have better lighting, and I think that makes all the difference. Also, it's really nice. It makes your skin look really nice and your eyes pop, which is great. So yeah, the ring light's making a world of difference, I think. Yeah, we're all in for the viewing party. As long as we can wear our pajamas and bring our drink of choice, whether it be alcoholic or non-alcoholic. Kat is doing that on the chair behind me. She's naughty. Okay, so Solstice scents, that's what we're here for, right? Feel free to carry on with any perfume gripes in the meantime. I'm going to start talking about Solstice scents. So on my left wrist, I am wearing White Fox. Sweetie, where are you going? Okay, just ignore her. She's gone. We never ignore Sweetie, do we? White Fox. Do I need to show you the sample every time? Pretty much all of these are oils except, I think, one. So with Solstice scents, they do oils and they do eau de parfum, not like alcohol. And you can generally, you can't always get the alcohol version. You can sometimes, and so the alcohol version you can get in a normal perfume bottle, and that is alcohol and perfume oil. And then the oils, this is a larger oil and it comes in a rollable. And the samples you can get oils. You can get oils, and they're little tiny dabbers. They're very potent, so they're small but they're very potent. So this is the one I've got on my left wrist, and that's White Fox. And White Fox is literally, if you imagine a fox in the snow, imagine like what his paws will smell like. Imagine what his environment smells like as he's padding around in the snow. Maybe as his paws just gently melt the snow and the soil mixes with the snow. You actually get soil. It's amazing soil, not like gardener's soil, but actual snow melt on soil. I don't know how the hell they do it, but they do it. And I've got some notes, I think, here for White Fox. So White Fox has vanilla musk, white fir, and when we say white fir, we actually talk about animal fir, not a tree, not a fir tree, but animal fir. White fir, wood blend, frozen dirt and snow. And that's for me what you get mostly is the dirt and the snow. It's really interesting. It's something else. Never smelled anything like it. There's a soil note in the original Bat by Zoologist, but that's a very intense soil. And this somehow is melted and mixed with snow. I don't even know how they do it. It's crazy. The vanilla's quite light. I think it just gives it a tiny background of sweetness, but it's not in the forefront at all. And there is just this slightly furry, musky note that's neither too animalic nor is it too clean. It's just somewhere in the middle. Really fascinating fragrance. Let me just catch up with your comments. Okay, so Cleopatra is talking about Wicked Good by Gallagher, and she says it does change. You will get chocolate, then you get tonka bean, very prominent, and then after 30 minutes of vanilla, vanilla is always there. It's a spicy vanilla. JLW, not to move off of Frag Talk, but Tom Cruise required all the helmets in the new Top Gun to have built-in ring lights. Oh, hilarious. Devilish. Smurfy, before you get into Solstice, I was going to let you know I'm going to pick up Centauri by Peter. I almost picked up White Fox last week. Let me know how it is. Which one are you going to get by Peter? Dendera or Gaia? Which one? Talk and review, Nick. Claire, for me it's great to see your channel growing. I follow lots of female reviewers that are very detailed like yourself but don't get as noticed. Good, so good to see. Keep doing the live streams. Thank you, Nick. Devilish Scents. I thought it was interesting that they use organic cane sugar alcohol. That's Solstice Scents. Yeah, they do. So that's slightly different to the standard perfumer's alcohol that you might normally get in a perfume. Catch My Whiff. I haven't thought through the idea, but I guess it would work. So this is our fragrance reviewing club group. You have local chapters that can rent a hall once a week with a procured list of reviewers to watch. Oh, that would be so fun. It's a shame we're all a million miles away from each other. Sniffing and swapping. It would be great to have an event. So from my point of view, it would probably have to be in London to get as many people to go as possible. And not for profit, just for fun. So, you know, everyone's ticket simply covers the cost of renting the venue, and perhaps we could invite indie perfumers to come and show off what they do. We could get some speakers along. It would be really great fun actually. And yeah, we could just have a projector and just display different reviewers talking about different scents that might be relevant to that event. That would be really cool. It's a lot of organising though. Devilish. Oh, losing track here. I agree talk and review. I'm glad Claire keeps it classy and stays herself. She doesn't try to sexualise herself to get views, which I love. She has a great nose. Thank you so much. Well, you know, I've been guilty of naked bath time reviews and stuff, but it's all in the name of fun rather than anything else. I'm too old to be sexualising myself, really. Dynamic Frags. Who has heard of Sombra by Strangers? Yes, that's the one that's got vomit and flesh and pus and whatnots in it. Yeah, not one I want to smell, I can tell you. So we're all talking about that. So I'm going to skip past that conversation because I don't want you putting me off my drink, quite frankly. I say Devilish Gaia is the one that he's buying. Interested to see how Peter mixes naturals with fixatives, etc. Yeah, I am so impressed. These smell like absolutely proper perfumes. They could have, if I was told they were by Bertrand Duchefort or I don't know, Marie Salaman, Cécile Zarokian, probably Cécile Zarokian actually for Dendera in particular, because she's a wizardess with the resins, and yeah, I honestly I would totally believe you if that's what you said. So props to Peter. I think he's put his money where his mouth is, literally, and I would say he's come up trumps. Hopefully people will keep getting behind him and showing love, because what he's done is amazing. Reporting Assist. Hello, Reporting Assist. Gaia's beautiful sparkly floral honey scent evokes an image of a magical forest. Catch me with Devilish. Hey Smurf, are you interested in trying some of Aaron Terence Hughes creations? Yes, definitely. I really want to smell those. I've been watching Aaron Terence Hughes since Chris from Fragmental introduced him on his channel. I loved his honesty and his wit and his slight bitchiness at times, and then he started his own channel, so I'm definitely watching what he's doing. I'm really curious to try. So I think he's out of stock of most things at the moment, so I'm watching, and I might get some samples at some point because I'm really curious. Some of the things won't be my thing because there's a lot of oud, but quite curious about, there's one called Slut. I quite want to try that. I want to wear Slut, and I want people to ask me what I'm wearing. That's what I want to happen, because it could end up violent, I think. Yeah. So I'm walking down the street wafting of this beautiful fragrance. So I said, oh my God, what's that you're wearing? And I'll go, Slut. I'll get slapped, won't I? But yeah, I think it would be fun. So yeah, I'm up for that. Tinker 1960. I have Dendera, but only sprayed it on tissue so far. All I got was nutmeg. Hope the journey's going to be better on skin. Do try it on skin. It's not too overwhelming to try. Just do one spray. If you're a little bit nervous whether or not you'll like it, just do a spray somewhere like here, and you'll see the development. On my skin, I get really strong spices to start with, and it changes. I get a lot of incense, and I get a lot of resins, and it really changes, and eventually you get a lot of vetiver and dry woods, and then the far dry down, quite a sexy, woodsy, salty accord with some, just a hint of sweetness from the ambergris and the vanilla. It's beautiful. It's not hard to understand the fragrance, but you do have to like quite a dry, incensey fragrance. I really like it. Devilish, yes, he seems like such an interesting upcoming perfumer, and his bottles won't be released until November. I'm sure he's got something coming very soon. I'm sure he said that. He's got something coming very soon. Jim, just wanted to say I got a discovery set from Chris Rusak the other day, so I've been going through them. Very unusual. Timbre, Timbre is my favourite, and Stumptown Scents called it the best of the year. I still haven't tried those, but he's based over the pond, so I think it's a little bit more difficult to get hold of. So I haven't tried them yet. Very interested. Fragdicted, that's 11th of this month. Oh, sorry, I misread you. Okay, 11th of Jan. Next stuff available from Aaron Terence Hughes. Okay, I'll keep my eyes peeled, see what we can see. Okay, my bladder's starting to give up already, and we're only half an hour through. So let's talk a little bit more about White Fox here. So White Fox by Solstice Scents. I think you can actually get that one as an EDP. Yes, you can. So you can get that one as an EDP. The way she describes it is I say she. Angela St. John is the owner, brand owner, perfumer, the person, the main woman behind the show. And she says it's an elegant skin scent featuring soft vanilla, accentuated with notes of evocative, clean, silky white fur. The White Fox pads through the snow, laced with veins of frozen dirt. A delicate wood blend accents the composition. White Fox is heavy on ethereal vanilla with traces of woody vanilla musk. Whispers of this entrancing aroma hover just above the skin. A cool, subtle frozen dirt note swirls intimately through the scent, along with carefully restrained addition of cedar and woods notes. Soft, gentle, beautiful and tenderly balanced, unisex, layers well with Night Watcher and Estate Vanilla. Really, really nice, and I'd say the description really does marry up with what I'm smelling here. It totally conjures that up. I don't get much of the vanilla, it's very, very light. I get more of the soil, the musky, soft fur of the fox. And snow. How on earth how has she done it? I don't know, but yeah, White Fox, really interesting. I don't know how it develops, but as it is right now, it's really, really nice. So White Fox I'm wearing on my left wrist, and then on my right wrist is the one that's got the funny name, and I have it here, Postprandial. Now, I had a bit of an accident with the vial of this one, and it's, as I tried to, I think I was trying to put the lid back on, and I kind of tipped it and ended up getting it all over my fingers. And to me, it's a very alcoholic vanilla. So I was thinking this is vanilla and maybe like a brandy aged in oak barrels. That was what I was thinking. Before I looked up the notes are vanilla, Irish cream, coffee, chocolate, bourbon, pipe tobacco. So this one is a dark gourmand with a medley of liqueurs, vanilla, Irish cream, dark chocolate, coffee liqueurs, vanilla and oak heavy bourbon, and a sweet aromatic pipe tobacco. Sweet, creamy and woody, and has true cocoa absolute and an organic dark roast coffee tincture. So how amazing does that sound? But actually, this one's more simplistic than the notes would imply to my nose at the moment. And I mean, it hasn't really developed a great deal from when I put it on my wrist over half an hour ago. Let me just catch up with your comments. Amy, if you need to run to the bathroom, we can wait. Thank you, Amy. I probably will, because I started to jiggle a little bit. And we have another Amy, Leonhard. Claire, I don't think Rusek is quite your speed. Possibly not. And I think I haven't seen anything that sweet or gourmandish from the brand. Catch my whiff, mute your microphone and do your thing. It's okay, the toilet's through 2 rooms upstairs, so you're not going to hear me wee anyway, so it's all good. Amy No says, I think postprandial means after eating or after dinner. Oh, so it's like an after dinner liqueur type thing. Am I saying it right? Would you say postprandial or is it postprandial? How do you actually pronounce that? I'll look it up. I'll get Google to tell me. But yeah. JLW, White Fox sounds interesting. I like soft kitten musk, but I fear the soapy effect of white musks. Is it soapy? No. Not soapy. It's, I guess it's clean, but not in a soapy way. It's, I mean, they describe it as clean fur. To me, the muskiness is neither super clean nor super dirty. It's very much in the middle. The soil note stops it from being too clean, and I do not get soap from this at all. No soap. And Amy is agreeing it's not soapy at all. Amy Leonhard, not soapy. So we're all agreeing. That's great. It's good to be, good to have that confirmed. Christy, is it really sweet? Not really. If we're talking about the White Fox, not really, no, because of that soil note. The vanilla's very understated. If we're talking about the other one, yes, sorry, yeah, the postprandial, or however, that's definitely sweeter. To me, it smells like almost like if you took a cognac and you made it into a liqueur and you added some vanilla syrup and then you lightened it up with just a little bit of fizzy water or something, so it's not too heavy. And that brandy was, did I say brandy? Cognac. That cognac was aged in oak barrels. It's like that. I think it's a bit, it's coming across as it's probably a bit linear. It's not doing a lot. I like it. I like how it smells, but it is really it's basically a boozy vanilla, and I think we've all smelt those boozy vanillas before. So it's really nice, but it's not that unique, and it's not as interesting as White Fox in my opinion. JLW, the coffee gourmand one sounds good too. Devilish, anyone interested in the perfume of Prin Lomos? Filmmaker gone perfumer. Yes, Devilish, I have quite a few samples. I met him at Essence back in springtime, and he gave me quite a few samples and decants. So I'll do another live like this one with his fragrances if everyone's up for it, because I have one that I really like. It's called what's it called? Mandarava. That's my favourite, but he gave me quite a few different things to try, and I haven't got around to really exploring them. So I'll do a video like this and we can chat about them all if you want. Dan Spanos is here. Dan Spanos is holding the spanner. Dan's got the spanner. I've always got the coolest pyjamas. Thanks, Dan. This is pretty much the only pyjamas I really have, but they are the coolest, I think. Jim, a review on Fragrantica calls it a chili vanilla furball. I take it that's White Fox. Christy, maybe too sweet for me. The notes sound so lovely. Christy, I think the notes are over egging the pudding a little bit with that one, with the Postprandial. From how I'm smelling it at the moment, everything's very much melded together into one sweet, boozy, vanillic accord. And I just suspect that we're not going to get a lot of development. I could be wrong about it, I could be wrong, but yeah, it's not exciting me at the moment. It's not grabbing my attention, and I suspect it might not grab yours. Dan the Man, says Jim. And Devilish. Oh wow, he seems like such a great guy. I think we're talking about Prin Lomos. Yeah, he's really lovely. I have Aranyaka and Haksan. I haven't tried those ones. Okay, right, I'm caught up. Shall I quickly run to the loo? Would you lot mind if I run to the loo? Are you happy to talk amongst yourselves? I think you are. And then we'll come back and I will get on with Snow Mint, Mallow and all the other Solstice scents stuff. Okay. Right, I'm running because we don't want to get this chair wet, do we? I'll be back. Talk amongst yourselves, children. I'm back. Let me see. Let me see what you're saying to each other. Right, let's have a look. Devilish, do you have special abilities with the wrench? Devilish sense you are getting a wrench. Hopefully, yes. You got your own wrench now. So it's Darren. Devilish sense, you're Darren, aren't you? You've got your own wrench, Darren. Amy, does anyone else find it funny that a fragrance live stream requires a spanner? It is kind of funny. It's hilarious. But then we've had a couple of funny commenters, haven't we? But it's never been too bad. JLW last Friday was 5 spanners. That's because I love giving out spanners. Once I found out I could do it, I went a bit wild. Frank Dicted want to join the Wee Wee Club. Yeah, I was handing him out like party favours, you're right, yeah. Jim, everyone had a spanner. Jim, you need a spanner, man. You're getting a spanner. Yeah, Christy, that's our way of saying wrench. And every time I say wrench, I think about the song Monkey Wrench by Foo Fighters. And I love it. Amy, I think we're probably one of the most civilised groups on Facebook, except maybe the orchid people. I was there, orchid groups, that's interesting. Devilish sense. I don't know what a top chat is, but I think I just gave you a spanner, Devilish sense. I can't see your spanner coming up. No, you should have a spanner. I don't know why it's not coming up next to you. Dan Spanos, I thought it was the only spanner. Here we go. Darren's now got his spanner. Use it wisely. No, you're not a spanner. It doesn't mean you are a spanner. It just means you have a spanner and you can wield it. You have the power. Mavid Day. Evening, Claire. Evening. Uh-oh. Dan's must have carried over from last time. Yeah, they seem to carry over. So once you've got the spanner, you've got the spanner until I take it away from you. So I have the ultimate power, but you have some power. So you're like my minions. Darren the Devil, best smelling devil in Fragcom. Joseph, hello everybody, where am I? You are currently in my conservatory, and behind you here is a brick wall. Out there is my garden. On this table just here is my drink, and these are my perfume pajamas. Whereabouts are you based, Joseph? Where are you coming from? Christy, oh God, Claire, will everyone have a permanent spanner now? Yikes. Yeah, let's wield our spanners. Mavid, wield your spanners. JLW, start giving timeouts. Go on, someone throw a timeout out there. That'll be funny. Paul M, the spanners live stream moderators. That's correct. Darren, laugh my fucking ass off. So dig your 90s. Joseph from Iraq. Wow. All the way from Iraq. Cheers, Joseph. Darren, I'm wielding tough in the Pacific Northwest. Joseph, are you guys clothing designers? No, we're talking about perfume, Joseph. Perfume, fragrances. We're talking about a brand called Solstice Sensor, a small indie brand based in Florida in the United States, and they make really interesting perfumes, very foodie smelling type perfumes that are that can be worn by everyone, men, women, and whatever else you might consider yourself. Okay, so Jim is also on the East Coast, so we have North America protected. So you wield your wrenches, wield your wrenches in the East Coast. Oh, JLW is in the same area as well. Interesting. You guys should all have a meet-up. You can have that reviewer party. So we need to start talking about fragrances again. Joseph loves perfumes. Well, you've come to the right place, Joseph. So, we've spoken about White Fox, which I'm wearing on my left wrist, and we've spoken about the Postprandial. So let's try something else. Let's go with Snow Mint Mallow. This is the one that Tracy from Comfort Incense sent me. She sent me this nice big roll on. Bless her heart. So appreciative. And I believe I already rolled it up here. Yeah. So Snow Mint Mallow to me smells chocolatey, but there's no chocolate note listed, but there is vanilla. There's coconut, and you can totally smell it, and it is listed. There's mint. Mint is more understated than I expected, but it is noticeable, but it's not as noticeable. Let's just redo some. It's noticeable, but not quite as noticeable as I expected. In the opening, actually, the mint is a lot stronger. To me, it smells like mint cream wrapped in chocolate and then rolled in desiccated coconut. It's really nice. The mint's got a really nice lift to it, and it's fresh and it's icy. Definitely an edible mint, like mint and vanilla. I really like that one. Snow Mint Mallow. Not exactly how I imagined, but still really, really nice. The coconut, I think, I just wasn't expecting the coconut. It's very edible, really edible. Okay. So Amy, no, on me the mint really jumped out. The coconut went away after a while. Amy agrees icy is a good description. Joseph, sounds like a chocolate cake with coconut vanilla pudding. It's really edible, Joseph. Have you experienced gourmand type fragrances, Joseph? Things that so you smell like you could be eaten by people. JLW minty coconut sounds interesting. Wouldn't put those together naturally. No, I wouldn't. That's why I was surprised when I tried it, because I never looked the notes up. I just saw Tracy. I saw her Instagram, and I thought maybe I didn't read everything, but I just thought it sounded really nice. The name of it, Snow Mint Mallow, so you have marshmallow note as well as the mint. I didn't expect it to smell chocolatey, and that there's no chocolate listed. And I didn't expect coconut, but actually the coconut is listed, but I hadn't looked it up. It's almost like a toasted coconut actually. It's quite a dry coconut. Really nice. It is really, really nice. I don't know what the development's like because I've not worn it long enough. So I tried it this morning before my shower, then showered it off quite quickly, and I've never had it on long enough to decide what the development's like, but I received it yesterday, so you know I've got to give myself a chance here. Amy says, to me it smells kind of like a thin mint Girl Scout cookie. I don't know what, I've heard of Girl Scout cookies. I saw them in is it The Incredibles? No, not The Incredibles. That man who goes up in a balloon, is that the one? Oh, I don't know. With the really cute little girls, one of them's got a teddy bear, and they went selling Girl Scout cookies, but actually I don't know what Girl Scout cookies are, assuming they're just cookies sold by Girl Scouts. JLW, I'm fully on board with a toasted coconut. Jim, like a macaroon, yeah, a little bit, but with minty, like a creamy mintiness. Fragdicted, thanks for joining. Good night, sleep well. Joseph, I'm familiar with Rasay here in Iraq. Had one that's cherry and tobacco, Layuka one. I wanted to drink that bottle. Yeah, these are probably even more edible. They are more photorealistic desserts, sweets, chocolates, or sweet drinks. The Solstice scents are very, very full on edible food here. Edible perfume, but you can't really eat it, but when you smell it you think you can. Have I tried Manna? Solstice scents Manna? I don't think so. I had a big search around to try and get all my scents together from Solstice scents, and I remember I used to have Foxtrot, is it Foxglove? I used to have the Funfair one, Foxglove Funfair. There's some that I must have given away that I don't have anymore, and I can't remember if I tried Manna. Probably not. I don't think I have. But so that is Snow Mint Mallow. I really like it. The only thing I need to find out is what the development's like. Apart from that, it's a beautiful scent. Let's see what else have we got here. We've done that one. Let's pop that down there. Okay, I've got an EDP here. So I think this is the only EDP. I smelt this the other day on my hand, and we'll do it again. And this is called Amber Coeur. The French word for heart, which I can't quite pronounce. C-O-E-U-R. Amber Coeur. Amber Coeur. Coeur. I think it's Coeur. Amber Coeur, which means amber heart. And I don't know the notes for this. I can look them up while we talk, if I can find them on the website. Let's have a look and we'll see what's going on in. Oh, they might, maybe, no, they're not on the paper. Amber Coeur, here we go. So let's see. We'll read the notes and then I'll tell you how it smells. From memory from the other night, it's a very spicy, incensey amber. But let's see what they say here. So it says pure glowing amber. It's a warm, radiating, glowing amber of the sun. A balanced accord that is resinous, sweet and slightly smoky. Natural smoky nature of labdanum, a resinous smoky not campfire smoke. Perfect for those looking for a pure amber that can stand alone or be layered with other perfumes. The cosy glowing halo of amber is great for the winter but not too heavy to be enjoyed all year round. It differs from estate amber, which contains a different amber called paired with estate vanilla, coriander and cardamom. You may enjoy has a warm, diffusive, golden amber scent, but amber Coeur is a bit warmer. Imagine more of a river of melted, sticky, vibrant orange resinous amber with a sweetness rounding off any sharp edges. It's easy-going scent that's not challenging or overly complex, so it's layered and nuanced, not a flat amber. The EDP version contains an energetic essence of Baltic amber chips. We use different ambers in many of our perfumes. I wanted to offer a pure, focused amber scent for people who just want this note without additional components. So, yeah, absolutely. It smells to me like an amouage fragrance, one of the early Doors amouages, the very the smoky, resinous base of a typical amouage fragrance, or even Tom Ford's Amber Absolute, but not as smoky. There is a smokiness, but it's very much resins and incense smoke, and it's sweet but not too sweet. It's just like, if too sweet is up here, not sweet at all is here, it's about here, so it's not quite halfway. And it's nice. It might be a bit too simple for me to particularly need to own, but it is really, really nice in a very simplistic amber, resins, incense accord. It's nice. Let's see what some comments are. So Amy's saying I need to try Manna. It's the OG from Solstice. Vanilla woods, a smudge of oud. JLW, incense smoky or tobacco smoky? Incense smoky. And it's not that smoky. It's like a pile of incense sticks that are unlit but very resinous, and one incense stick is lit, just a little bit of smoke. Yeah, it's just a bit smoky, but it's not dry. It's not as smoky as Dendera by Centauri. It's not as smoky as that, and that's not really that smoky. It's quite smoky. It's a hint of smoky, but it's not tobacco smoky. It's incense smoky. I haven't tried Amber or Rhea, so I can't compare. Yeah, so that's the amber one that is called Amber Coeur. Can't say the French word for heart, but that's the amber one. It's nice. It's not blowing me away. I think the thing is, in this world, is there is a ton of ambers. There's so many ambers, and this is a nice one in a sea of ambers. So if you have a gap in your collection and you need an amber and you want something that's very simplistic and easy to wear, Amber Coeur could be the one to fill the hole, the void in your life, the amber void. But let's keep on sniffing. What do we have here? Let's have a look. Can't see. Kitchen. This one's called Kitchen. I've got the notes here, and I'm going to put it on a bit of paper now because I'm pretty much covered in Solstice scents. So I say paper. This is kitchen roll. because it's very high end here, you see. Don't mess around. So, kitchen, I think is very aptly named from the couple of times I've tried it recently. It literally is everything in the kitchen and the kitchen sink. So, this is really spicy, really foodie. I find it quite interesting. Do I want to smell like it? I happily could smell like it, but this to me would make the best candle. If you want your home to smell like home, like the most welcoming home, if, I don't know, say your kids have gone off to university and they haven't been home for 6 months, they're coming home from the holidays, and you want them to come home and it smell like home, like all the best components of home. A candle that smells like this is going to do the trick. So notes are pumpkin, sugar cookies, peach preserves, spice breads, danishes, caramel, vanilla and sweet wood smoke. I get a lot more from this than those notes would kind of imply. It's spicy, it is baked goods, it is spicy cakes and bread. It's cooking spices, baking spices, sweet spices, cakes, cookies, biscuits, everything. You're baking everything because your daughter or your son is coming home and you want to give them everything they might have missed. So you're baking their favourite cakes, biscuits, maybe you've got a pot of coffee brewing for them, and maybe you're making them a hot chocolate, and so the milk's warming on the pan. Everything's going on here, literally. Let's catch up with your comments from Mo. Amy, no. Ooh, I love kitchen, but I have to be in the mood for it. To me, it smells like someone is baking a dark spiced apricot strudel bread. Yes, I can see that. It's making me hungry. I can actually feel my hips widening. Really spicy, but sweet, spicy, baked goods spicy. Amy, I like Witch's Cottage in the evening. I think it's somewhat like kitchen. I haven't tried that. I don't think I've got a sample of that one. But kitchen is more gourmand than Witch's Cottage. Okay. Kitchen might just be that step too far gourmand. I would love this in a reed diffuser or a candle. But it's very warm. It's very rich. Tracy is saying amber was not my cuppa. The coconut doesn't come out much on my skin from Snowmint Mallow. Love hearing how different people can smell different on skin, what pops out. Yeah, I really noticed the coconut. I think I'm slightly sensitive to coconut because I find sometimes coconut to me it can smell cheap, like I feel like it can cheapen things. Not always. Maybe it's because it reminds me of things like, do you know when you go in Boots if we went to Boots back in the day when you were little, and they had their naturals range, and you had like I used to if they had a tester, I would spray their coconut hair conditioner into my hair, and I now have this association of coconut smelling cheap, but I still enjoy the smell of coconut, but it can sometimes just by association can cheapen things for me, which is a shame. But I don't think it does that with Snowmint Mallow. I just wasn't expecting it to be in there. Amy is confirming she agrees with Tracy. Also notice they can smell drastically different from right when I get them versus when they've aged for a little bit. Matthew, Deem, what is your favourite scent for men? Designer wise, they have Dior's actually. Dior Fahrenheit, either Fahrenheit the original or Fahrenheit Parfum. I think for something richer, for like a big night out, Fahrenheit Parfum is brilliant, smoother and more sweet, more vanillic. And Fahrenheit the original version is more rugged and it's not quite so, it's not smooth around the edges, but it's kind of more sexy because of that. And then Dior Homme Parfum, the dry down is astoundingly sexy to me. The sexy woody, sort of like a salty woody, I guess ambergris type thing going on in the dry down, I love. Dan and Dynamic Frags saying you're making me hungry. Catch my whiff, I want breakfast for dinner. Tracy says Riverside Sleigh Ride and Outpost are lovely too. I haven't tried those. I'll look them up. JLW, the names are very nostalgic sounding, like a lot of scents that are happy places or moments. Yes, definitely. JLW, feel the same about coconut. Is a scent that's so powerful, can be very cheap, or tan oil. Yes. Also, you can't, or it's very difficult. I don't know if you can, but for the most part, you can't really get a coconut extract or essential oil. So, generally speaking, it is a synthetic note as well. So, knowing that can also just as a snob put you off because you know that the coconut must be synthetic. Jim, when I smell Tom Ford Soleil Blanc, all I smell is coconut suntan lotion. See, actually I quite like Soleil Blanc and I don't get a massive amount of coconut from it. I get more of the nutty sweetness of the vanillic stuff, the florals, not so much the I mean I notice the coconut but not as much. So that's interesting. Yeah, kitchen is really nice, but do I want to go out smelling like this? Spiced, various cakes and cookies, basically. A lot of spices, a lot of bakery. I'm not sure. I do want a candle like this though. I will try it on my skin because it's beautiful, but I'm afraid everyone will eat me if I wear this, which might not be a bad thing. So let's move on to another one. What have we got here? Oh, okay, that's Victorian Picnic, which I have the Perfume, the Eau de Parfum. I have talked about this before, so I won't dwell on it for too long, but for those of you who haven't seen me yabbering on about this fragrance, let's do a little spray. So it's called Victorian Picnic. There's the bottle. See the colour of the juice. The glass is frosted. Oh wow, I can smell it in the air. And I got this because Tracy sent me a little sample of the oil which is in there. Tracy sent that to me, and she also has a bottle of this now, the Eau de Parfum. And when I tried it, I fell head over heels in love, and I just had to have it. I'm going to look up the notes for you because I don't think my description is going to do it too much justice. So when you first smell it, it's got this kind of herbal, floral, peppery, herbal, floral aspect, which I think is the wisteria. Oh, it doesn't look like it's on their website, unless I'm doing something wrong. Let's try Picnic. No, I don't know if they might have. They might not be doing this anymore because I'm not finding it on the website. Yeah, it's not coming up on their website when I'm searching. So I have to try and remember the notes. There is a floral note which I think is wisteria, and I mix up wisteria, hyacinth, buddleia, and they might all, who knows, I'm not good with flowers, but you know the bushes that have big things of like small flowers, but they're all together in like a thing. Oh my god, I can't describe this. And the butterflies love them. And there's a few types of plants that are like that, and they have a very strong smell, and it's honeyed, but it's also green and herbal. I get that from this, but I also get, and it takes a little while, so first you get that as the most prominent note. Green, herbal, outdoorsy, but sweet and honeyed at the same time, moist, very moist. But it very quickly starts to get sweet. So now it's called Victorian Picnic, and I always imagine a big Victoria sponge. So you've got the freshly baked, soft, light as a feather, Mary Berry's perfect rendition of a Victoria sponge cake with layers of pure white cream and homemade strawberry jam. And then all the other treats a picnic might give you. It's so good. Okay. Tracy, I'll send the rest of my Manna Dabba, another beauty. Lovely. Thank you, Tracy. Amy, no, it's in the spring collection, Victorian Picnic. It's probably why it's not showing up at the moment on the website. Okay. Oh, well, I'm really glad I've got my my bottle then, really. Jim has got the notes. Well done, Jim. Cupcake, Japanese loquat, lemon, wisteria, orange blossom, jasmine, rhododendron, white wine. That's it. It's a Riesling wine, they describe it as. I don't get it as a boozy note though at all. It's very much. It's just a imagine like the most beautiful picnic blanket, an expensive picnic blanket, and then all the sweet treats, and they're all laid out. But you're in a beautiful meadow, and at the edge of the meadow, and you have some bushes that are attracting bees and butterflies with flowers, and you've got floral aspects, you've got the green, you've got nature, you've got fresh air, and then you've got cakes, a vast array of various beautiful cakes. Absolutely stunning. The dry down goes very vanillic on me. I get about 4 or 5 hours of really interesting variation of what I just described, and then I get quite a lot of vanilla and not so much of anything else, but it's absolutely beautiful. For me, at about hour 6 or 7, I would probably just put something else on that I feel goes with vanilla. Or if you love vanilla, you could just leave it as it is and it still goes on quite a while. So good. So good. Victorian Picnic is amazing. Comfort incense. Manna needed to sit a while too after its trip over the pond, but then it's lovely. Yeah, I heard that sometimes it needs to settle after it's been shook up in transit, some of these fragrances, so that's quite interesting. Right, quick sip and then we'll talk about more. Let's see, what else have we got here? Violet Mallow. I think, is it Amy? Is it Amy that's got some Violet Mallow on your shoulders? Am I right? Am I remembering correctly? Let's give this a go. So, Violet Mallow sounds like I should really love it because I love violet. Yes, it is Amy. So Amy's actually wearing this now. So Amy, feel free to interject with how it smells to you. But to me, the one criticism I have, it's only a criticism because it's based on my own personal tastes, is that it smells a bit soapy. And I find that violet can do that in a gourmand composition particularly. I get this soapiness, and I get the same thing from Paul Kyler's PK Perfumes has a chocolate violet, and again the violet is soapy, and I'm not sure if that's just the way I interpret it, but I don't get a soapy violet from one of my favourite violet perfumes. Is called Postprandial by Maison Violet, a French company. Their violet doesn't go soapy. Penhaligon's Violetta doesn't go soapy. I like my violet to be, I guess, kind of fresh and sweet. Fresh and sweet. But some violets go soapy. And when you eat sweets that are scented with violet, particularly combined with chocolate, so you can get violet creams. They're like violet centre, cream centre, usually covered in chocolate, and they can actually taste a little bit soapy as well, which I don't mind. You can't eat too many, they can get a bit much. But this smells to me like when you eat a violet cream that tastes a little bit soapy. And Amy doesn't get soap at all. On me it smells cool from the violet but fluffy from the mallow. Mallow keeps it from being too cold. Yeah, I see what you mean about being cool, definitely very cool. I can't get away from soapy though. And clean, really clean. Like to me this is squeaky clean, shower fresh. But fluffy, yes, definitely get the fluffiness. Amy's saying to me it's fairly linear, which I know isn't your preference. Yeah, I do need things to change. I do get a little bit sick of them. I do like this, definitely, and I love violet. I'm never going to dislike anything with a strong violet note. But I think my perceived soapiness there prevents me from loving it. Amy, never had a violet candy, so I don't have that association with soap. Yeah, sometimes I've actually had these violet sweets and I've given them to friends who have spat them out and said it tastes like perfume, which is quite funny. Yeah, so violet mallow, I like it, but there's this slight soapiness that stops me from loving it. And that is violet and mallow. Has anyone else tried it? Let me know. So, Jim is waiting for Mancera Choco Violette to arrive. I've not tried that one yet. I guess after my experience with some chocolate violet combinations going soapy, I kind of decided that I wasn't going to try Choco Violet because I thought, oh, it's going to do the same thing. So yeah, Jim, I'd love you to let me know when you get it what it's like. Be really curious. Dan, I have it. Are we talking the Mancera, Dan? Dan Spanos, I think you'll like it. It's a little too close to Chocolate Greedy. So Dan Spanos, let's have a chat now. Chocolate Greedy, to me, is ridiculously, overwhelmingly sweet, nutty and malty. So the first time I tried it was years ago when my tastes lent a lot sweeter and I didn't mind things being a bit linear, but Choco Greedy, I quickly wore very sick of it. I had a decan, I didn't have a full bottle. I got quite sick of it because it was so sweet, chocolate hazelnut, and the inside of a Malteser, that maltiness. Is Choco Violet basically that with violet then? Do tell. Do tell, Dan, because I need to know. Should I be checking out Mancera Choco Violet? JLW didn't like Chocolate Greedy, too much food. Yeah, agreed. Dan, I love it. Amy, Chocolate Greedy made me hungry, that's why I don't wear it. That's hilarious. Right then, let's try. We've got six left if you've got the stamina. We've got 6 more left. Solstice scents. JLW, photorealistic food smells aren't my thing, sadly. Personally, I love chocolate. Yeah, same here. For the most part, I like my gourmands to have some perfumey aspect. So it's not just like smelling exactly like a dessert. There's a little more to it. It doesn't have to be a lot more to it, but there has to be something. So throw in some incense, throw in some resins, or throw in some florals and some white musk or whatever. Just make it a little bit more than just pure food. Saying that, we're going to test Blossom Jam Tea Cakes. Blossom Jam Tea Cakes. Now, when I got these samples, I ordered these samples myself. When I think I did it when I got the Victorian picnic, and I had trouble narrowing down what I wanted to get, but I did go pretty full on gourmand here, and I've tested these a few times now. Blossom Jam Tea Cakes spoke to me on so many levels. Even though I said I don't like full on photorealistic gourmand, I was hoping there might be some perfumey aspect to it. Okay, so Amy No saying, I love chocolate in real life, but I don't want to smell like it. I quite like smelling like it. Dan Spanos, I love to smell like food. The Mancera smells like chocolate greedy with some violet in the background, not quite as foody as chocolate greedy. Okay. Amy, to me, Blossom Jam Tea Cakes is like the cousin or sister of Victorian Picnic. Yes, I get that. JLW, must sign off. I've had a really fun time chatting perfume and orchids with you. JLW, thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll see you again soon, hopefully. Bye. Yeah, the opening of Blossom Jam Tea Cakes is actually really nice because it's actually quite fresh. So you might be expecting full on, thick, heavy cream, jam, sweet. But actually it's quite light. And not too sweet, believe it or not. But then again, if you think about it, if natural cream, just cream, isn't sweet, is a hint of sweetness, but actually it's kind of a bit sour. This has a freshness and a lightness to it in the opening. I have tried this on skin a few times, and I remember loving it to start with, and then something happening and me not quite loving it after a particular point, but I can't remember what happens, so I need to retest this one because I can't remember what happens. But at the moment, I would say, based on the top notes here, this might be my favourite out of everything apart from Victoria Picnic at the moment. It's almost honeyed. It's almost a honeyed sweetness in here, but it's fresh. And it's got that kind of like the Victorian Picnic, that green, just a hint of something green and fresh air with a little bit of green on the breeze, as well as a jam scone with loads of cream. It's really beautiful actually. I'm going to be testing that one more. Blossom Jam Tea Cakes will be tested more, but for now, really like that. Case Digen, I think we need a live chat about favourite gourmands. That is an excellent idea. We must do that. So yes, I will put that on the list and we'll make that happen. Cleopatra, love the opening of CG, but then there's a weird metallic note. CG, Chocolate Greedy, I think we're talking about. Phaedra Franklin, hello Smoky Girlie, I'm new to Fredcomp, recently subscribed to your channel, have so much fun discovering the scents. Hello Phaedra, is it Phaedra. Hi Phaedra, welcome to Fredcomp. I hope everyone makes you welcome. Let's all say hello to, and do tell me if I'm saying it wrong, Phaedra. Let's all say hello to Phaedra and welcome to Fredcomp, and I hope you have fun and that you hang around and enjoy smelling new stuff all the time, because it's just the best. It is the best. I don't know what I actually don't know what I would do without fragrances in my life, and without my channel, and without all of you guys. You brighten, I'm going to get emotional, you brighten my life up, especially doing the live streams. That honestly feels like I'm having a social event with friends, and I just absolutely love it. So welcome to Phaedra. Jim, we've got the notes for this. Will be the blossom jam tea cakes, I believe. Cupcake, honeysuckle. There's where I'm getting that honeyed aspect. Thank you, Jim. I feel like I'm accomplishing something. Peach, strawberry, blood orange, lavender, ylang ylang. Frosting, tea, palmarosa. It is beautiful. It really is beautiful. So blossom jam tea cake. Really interesting fragrance. So everyone's saying hi to Phaedra. That's great. That's lovely. Thanks everyone for being welcoming. We have JC Russell. Hi JC Russell. I'm losing my comments of this laptop thingamajig. I can lose it. Here we go. Oh, that's better. Right. Sorry, just scrolling to get to the bottom of the comments. Here we are. Right, lovely. Yes, that's good advice. Catch my whiff. Definitely pace yourself. You can't sniff everything. There are thousands and thousands of fragrances. So yeah, best advice to any newbie into the fragrance world is to take your time, slowly figure out where your tastes lead you. Sometimes you think you love a note, and then you buy like loads of decants with that note, and you realise that you only like that note in small doses, or when it's paired with this, that or the other. So yeah, sample, and enjoy the community, because it's a lovely community. Like sometimes you get negativity. Myself and other people might highlight some of the negativity at times, but for any community on the internet, there's always going to be a few bad pennies, but for the most part, we're a really nice group of people. We're a diverse range of people, and I certainly learned a lot. Hopefully you will as well. So let's smell something new. We've got cardamom rose sugar. Cardamom rose sugar. So, okay, Stygian is going. Have to go to sleep midnight here. Bye for now. Bye, Kay. Thanks for joining in. Cardamom rose sugar. I think it's called cardamom. I think that says cardamom. Cardamom. Yeah, catch my whiff. Absolutely. No one can tell you what to like, what you can't like. Just try it. Try what you want to try. Love what you love. Wear what you love. Cardamom rose sugar. Amy, haven't tried that one. I do love cardamom. Cardamom waffles are to die for, though. They sound bloody good. I don't know cardamom waffles. Never tried them. Hello, Fiddle. I'm going to see if I can find the notes. If anyone else wants to find the notes. If I can't. This one's on the website, so I should be able to find the notes. Here they are. Let's see. Brown sugar, cardamom, Moroccan rose, Bulgarian rose. So it says here, a warm candy-like blend of brown sugar, spicy green, cardamom pods, Moroccan rose absolute, Bulgarian rose absolute. It's luscious, sweet and very enticing. Yeah, the rose is very, very prominent. Rose, spicy cardamom, it's peppery, and the cardamon's lending it a slightly savoury note. It's slightly sweet, a little sweet. It's very nice. Has anyone tried cardamom rose sugar? It's kind of clean. It's got this cleanness to it. Clean, musky, savoury, a bit peppery, a little bit spicy, lots and lots of rose, creamy, sweet. Yeah, it's nice. Do I love it? No, not at the moment. But it is nice. If you love rose and you love cardamom, it could be worth trying. So let's move on then. We have Orient rose. So let's have another rose. Orient rose. I did smell this quite recently. I tried it the other day. I'm on the hunt for the perfect rose. So I really like dark roses. I like Portrait of a Lady. What else? Before I got into fragrances proper, I got through quite a few bottles of Stella Rose Absolute. So Stella McCartney's Rose Absolute. But that was before they took it off the market for a few years and then reintroduced it. And the reintroduction, I think, was reformulated. And I used to love it, and I absolutely loved it. And then when it came back to the market, I got myself and my mum a bottle. And then I remember my mum turned up and she smelled nice, but I didn't recognise her scent. I said, oh, what perfume are you wearing? She said, oh, it's the one you got me, the Stella Rose one. And it wasn't right. It just was not right. It was nice, but it wasn't anything like I remember. So I'm kind of on the hunt for something like the pre-reform Stella Rose Absolute. If anyone's got any ideas where I might find something like that, do let me know. But this one is Rose Orient. So I guess I was hoping this might fill that void, but it doesn't quite. Jim, my next rose will be Guerlain's Musk Noble. Is that oudi or is it more just musky? Doug Dreyer saying hi, hello. So this Rose Orient, let me look up the notes. Let's have a look. I certainly get a lot of rose here. It's rose centric. Rose Orient. Let's see if it's still Orient Rose. Orient Rose it's called. Definitely dark. So you have lots of roses. Rose Absolutes, Rose Otto, Rose de May, Rose Attar, Vanilla Musk, White Musk, Ambergris, Amber, Indian Vetiver. Sensual, voluptuous rose musk blend loaded with top and heart notes of Rose Absolute from Morocco and Bulgaria, Rose Otto from Turkey and Bulgaria, Rose de May, Rose Attar, Tea Rose Accord, paired with vanilla musk, white musk, a touch of amber and ambergris, traces of Indian vetiver and delicate spicy oriental accents. Yeah, it does smell oriental actually. If you said to me there's oud in here, I would believe you, but it's not one of those ouds I can't tolerate. It just has this dark, slightly animalic feel to it, but not very strong, just giving it a dark accent. If you said to me this is from Bortnikov, it's actually reminded me a little bit of their Tafe Rose, but without the strong animalic oud, deer musky type thing. But the rose is very natural. It feels like there's a lot of natural rose in here. And just this slight hint of something that's slightly animalic, almost meaty, but not off-putting meaty, but there's this voluptuous, fleshy, slightly animalic tone to it. This is not a gourmand. So everything else so far, I think, pretty much has been a gourmand, but this is not a gourmand. This is a full-on rose. Really nice. Needs more time, I think, to figure this one out. Okay. So Jim is saying it's more musky in Musk Noble, more musky rather than oudi. Dan Spanos just picked up Oud Bouquet not long ago, Jim. Phaedra, I've heard good things about Stella McCartney's perfumes. Yeah, if you get the original Stella, the Stella Eau de Parfum, which is the one in the dark purpley ombre bottle, so it's like dark to light. I can't remember which way it goes. Might be dark at the bottom and then gets a bit lighter. Can't remember. But that is really, really nice. And as far as I know, I don't think that's been reformulated. It's a beautiful rose perfume. Really like that. Phaedra also recently purchased Oud Bouquet, and that's the strongest perfume that I own. Dan is saying it's a really wearable oud. I need to try it really. I've always shied away from ouds, especially when oud is in the name of the perfume. Amy, to me, Oud Bouquet was too much oud. I felt like I was getting beaten over the head with an oud hammer. Okay, Amy, that's it. I ain't touching that fucking oud. Oud Bouquet can bugger off. Yeah. Catch My Whiff. Just sprayed Centauri's Gaia and it's incredible. It is a really interesting fragrance, Catch My Whiff. How would you describe it though? Because I really struggled to describe that one. Amy, I like oud also, but in small, very small doses. Okay, so the Rose Orient one, really, really nice. Very nice, voluptuous, rich Oriental rose. So now we have Blackburn's Parlor. So we are back to the gourmands. Full on gourmand, and I have the notes already loaded because I actually did some preparation here, believe it or not. This one has notes of vanilla waffle bowl, vanilla and chocolate ice cream, sliced bananas. I don't remember ordering this. Blackburn's Parlor. Sliced bananas smothered in caramel sauce, topped with whipped cream. Who's hungry now? Because I know I am. Oh my goodness. This is foodie heaven. Right, but Blackburn's Parlor. Wow, oh, I can smell the banana. So the paper's here. I can smell the banana already. And this is oil. So oil shouldn't really be projecting because you haven't got the alcohol to fire it up. Wow. That is banana-y. I've tried these before and I do not recall any of these being banana-y. This is bananas covered in caramel sauce. Catch My Whiff is saying the Gaia is soil leafy honey. Phaedra, she loves the Oud Bouquet, so rich, can only wear it at night and in the cold weather. Dan is saying get a sample, it's not going to kill you. I know it won't kill me. I'll maybe do that. Catch My Whiff, talking about Gaia, smells like honeycomb in a bucket of fresh moist soil with broken leaves, plant stems. That's a really interesting description. Dan, I'm starved, still haven't eaten dinner. My God, Dan, if you smelt this, you'd be drinking the bloody sample, honestly. Jasmine, hi Jasmine. Ooh, banoffee came at the right time. Yes, you did. Oh my God, this is delicious. This smells exactly like freshly cut bananas, quite ripe, you know, so they're quite strong, very fresh, and covered in toffee sauce. Catch my whiff. The soil note isn't a dirt smell, it's a moist soil that's healthy with minerals. I get a lot of minerals actually from both Gaia and Dendera, but particularly Gaia. Hello, sweetie. And I feel the minerals are very chalky, and as I said in my review, they remind me of concrete dust. Amy, I swear some Solstice scent oils change drastically if you let them age. I hate a lot of them when I first get them and then love them after they've rested for a few weeks. That's interesting because I remember smelling this Blackburn's Parlor and I do not remember banana at all, and now I'm getting a lot of banana and I don't remember that. So yeah, really interesting. So I'm going to wear all of these again and see how they work on me now. Catch my whiff. I think Gaia will be a great spring scent. Reminds me of what spring smells like when everything is melting and growing and you're planting new things. Jim, did your mother know that you were eating concrete? Actually, yes. I had some really strange habits as a child. I do not know what was going on with me. So yeah, I used to get in trouble because I used to go out to the back and I would eat concrete. So what I would do is go up to the bricks like here, and the concrete wasn't, this is just cement, but there was like this concrete that was dry and broken up, and I would do that and I would scratch here, I would scratch it off into my hand and then eat it. And then another habit I had was we had big bag of potatoes in the kitchen in a kitchen cupboard that was low down, and I used to put my hands in and get my hands covered in the dirt from the potatoes, and then I would lick. That's the foxes. Then I would lick my hands off the dirt. And I also used to eat chalk. So at school, sometimes I would go up to the chalkboard if I was the last one left in class, go up to the chalkboard and steal a bit of chalk and I would eat it. I used to eat the sand out of the sandpit. I feel like maybe my diet was lacking in something because I must have internally been craving these kind of weird chalky mineral things. Really strange, but yeah, my mum she did find out about it, and she used to check my pockets because sometimes my pockets would be full of sand because I'd stolen it from the sandpit, so I could like put my hand in my pocket and then eat a little bit of sand. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Jim, I think there's some sort of medical condition where people eat odd things. Yeah, I think there probably is. I mean, I don't do it anymore. I used to also eat talcum powder, and that was something that I did not routinely, but I do remember once as a teenager eating talcum powder, and I got one of my friends to do the same, and he'd been drinking, so he actually threw up after he ate some talcum powder. But yeah. Dan, wow, my view of you has totally changed, Claire. Yeah, I'm an absolute weirdo. Always have been, always will be. And that's not even half of it. There's certain things that I have to filter. Can't put everything out there. Okay, what was this? This is good. Oh, this is Blackburn's Parlor. So I've already read you the notes. Vanilla waffle bowl, vanilla and chocolate ice cream, sliced bananas, smothered in caramel sauce, topped with whipped cream. This is really delicious. As long as it's got some kind of development on skin, I would be considering buying that because that is so nice. Catch my whiff. This is off topic, but I forgot to tell you your teeth look great. Thank you. I am so happy with my teeth. I can't even tell you. I have been, my whole life, I have been very afraid to smile. My smile has always been very closed mouth. My mouth is always like, because my teeth, I had fangs. These teeth are a little bit wonky. I weren't too bothered about my lower teeth, and I didn't really realise, but these front two teeth had worn away so much, and they were different sizes, and I wasn't even that aware of that. But I've had, over the last year, and it has taken a year, I've had them straightened, whitened, and then yesterday I had these two teeth built up, and actually have big teeth. I've always had very tiny little teeth here at the front, and now I've got bigger teeth, so really, really happy. Jim, I so need to check out Solstice scents. Yeah, Jim, I mean, if you're over in the States, you've got no excuses. Get a load of samples, give them a go. If you like anything sweet or sweet, they do sweet and gourmand, and they do gothic, and they do a kind of like combination of the two, and I think they're really awesome. Phaedra's saying there's a disorder called pica, characterised by craving non-food substances. I wonder if I had that as a child. Is it something you can grow out of? It's weird how everything I went for was mineralic. It was like the dirt from potatoes, the concrete from the walls, sand, chalk. I once bit into what I thought was chalk, and it turned out to be a crayon. Trust me, it was bloody disgusting. Don't eat crayons, it's horrible. I learnt my lesson. Blackburn's Parlor gets a massive thumbs up from me. Really, really nice. So we've got two more left. Two more. We've got Rose Custard Kulfi. Rose Custard Kulfi. Let me see if I can find the notes. Has anyone tried this one? Rose Custard. Let's see if we can find it. No, it might be another sort of seasonal one then. Kulfi. No. If anyone can find out the notes of Rose Custard Kulfi, do share. And Phaedra, I absolutely love your PJs there. So girly. Yes, aren't they? Perfume bottles all the way. Let's get this Rose Custard Kulfi onto a little bit of tissue here. Ooh, oh wow. So this has a menthol note. It's almost like a mintiness. Catch my whiff. It's been around 10 minutes and the soil note in Gaia has settled down nicely and now more balanced with the honey. Dan, I'd rock those PJs. I'm sure you would, Dan. I think you would. So Rose Custard Kulfi is strangely minty at the moment, which I actually quite like. I'm getting a sweet, almost like a sweet waffle note. Waffle or ice cream cone. So to me this smells more like chocolate chip ice cream in a cone. Our Talking Sense is back, saying hello to everyone. Oh Jim, you're a star, Jim. Thank you. The notes are rose water, saffron, cardamom, coconut, vanilla, custard, sugar, pistachio, lime peel and dates. That's really interesting because it's not really what I'm getting. It's got this fresh minty feel and it feels like mint ice cream. Like the coldness as well as the sweet mint thing. Hello, sweetie. Sweetie she can't stay away from the action. Can you, my darling? Talking Scents. We are talking about Solstice Scents. What's it called? Rose Custard Kulfi. Kulfi, which is the Indian ice cream. I've actually made Kulfi a long time ago. I got into cooking Indian food, and I made a rose water Kulfi, and it's like an ice cream, but it's I put cardamom pods to flavour it as well as rose water. Probably it's less creamy. You make it with milk rather than cream, and it is quite delicious. But this is really minty, which is not listed. It's really nice actually. Smell worthy. I'm obsessed with Solstice scents. The fall winter lineups were stellar. Amy, I've got to go make dinner. Thank you for a wonderful live stream from my favourite indie brand. Good night everyone. Night Amy, enjoy your dinner. Yeah, Jasmine, it really is really nice. Talking scents, yeah, it's lovely. The notes, as Jim listed above, the notes at the moment don't really feel like they fit what I'm smelling. La Charisma. Hello Claire, glad I'm able to catch your stream again. Just heard about your eating proclivities, and I must say I had one as a child, but it's embarrassing, so I won't bother you. Oh, come on. I've shared mine. You should share yours. It's only fair. Yeah, so this rose custard Kulfi, at the moment on this little bit of paper, smells like chocolate chip ice cream, including the waffle cone. And I'm standing by that, maybe with just a hint of rose water. Okay, all right, you can whisper it to me. Yeah, I really like it. It doesn't really smell like the notes, but it's really nice. So rose custard Kulfi, definitely one I'm going to be retesting on skin because it's really nice. So we're down to the last one, and this one's called Victorian Tea Room. So you would expect that might be related to Victorian picnic. Let's see if I can find a bit of skin to put it on. So I think I would prefer to wear things on skin if possible, particularly oils as well. So if I go right up here, White Fox, I've still got White Fox here, is really, excuse me, White Fox is really strong. Even though I only put it here, even smelling right up here, I can smell the White Fox. So, but we're going to go with Victorian Tea Room, and I'm going to go right up here. Wow. That's a sweet one already. That is really sweet. Ooh, it's orangey. It's like an orange, it's like a fizzy orange sorbet. Like Fanta. At the moment I'm getting fizzy orange sherbety Fanta. So let's see if I can find the notes. Sorry, my face is all itchy. I don't know why. So this one's Victoria. This might be part of the spring collection again. What's it called? Victorian Tea Room. I think it's not going to come up. No. This one is not available on the website at the moment. It may well come back for spring, but it's not on the website at the moment. Jim, if you feel like being helpful, if you can find the notes for Victorian Tea Room, Jim seems to have this secret place where you can find the notes. But to me, it's very orangey, very fizzy, with a background of sort of cakes and scones, but nothing too heavy. It feels quite light. And there seems to be something slightly earthy, something grounding it a little bit. But yeah, it feels to me more like fizzy orange. And then just a hint of cake, a little bit of cake, but mostly fizzy orange. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's not as deep as I might expect. Oh, Jim, thank you. So, Palmarosa, Kumquat, orange chamomile, rose lemon, black tea, rose geranium, vanilla, amber. So this is definitely more fresh and drinkable rather than foody, eatable, I think. And that makes sense. The notes are all very fruity, except for the black tea, the rose, and geranium. Vanilla amber, possibly forming the backbone, the dry down, but mostly the orange is number one. Orange is the main star of the show in the opening. To me, that is a spring summer type fragrance. It's not too heavy, it's not too sweet. Probably not that interesting to me because I prefer a little bit more cakey and that's more fruity and fresh. So yeah, that one might suit you if you like fresh, fizzy, fruity things. My favourites, I would say, from this are, from everything I've smelt today, I love my Victorian Picnic. That's why I've got a full bottle. The Blossom Jam Tea Cakes, I love that one. I need to test that further. The Rose Custard Kulfi, I really like that one. They're probably my favourites. Let's just check what else. Orient Rose is really nice for rich Oriental rose, but probably not quite exciting enough to get me to purchase. Oh, Blackburn's Parlor. Blackburn's Parlor, that's the one with the bananas and the caramel sauce drenched all over it. That's another one that I might consider. I certainly will explore more and see how they develop. If they develop a little bit on my skin, and I only need some development, I don't need roller coasters, I just need some development, and then I know that that's whether that's for me or not. But at the moment, they're my favourites, I think. Dan Spanos, dinner is ready, Claire. I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone. Bye, Dan. Thanks for popping in. It was lovely to chat to you. I'm going to wrap things up now anyway because I've smelt everything that I've got here from Solstice Scents. If anyone wants to add anything or interject in any way, now's the time. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap things up. So I'm just going to take a breather while I have a little drink. If you listen carefully, you'll hear the cat purring. She's over here. Can you hear her? Jim, thanks for a great review. Oh, Jasmine can hear her. There's nothing like the purr of a cat. Is it, darling? So I'm going to wrap things up. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. It's been fun. I love it. I love these live streams and I really appreciate you coming along, especially my regulars. A massive thank you for coming along time after time, hearing me yabbering on, probably repeating myself more often than not. Also, thank you to everyone new that's come along today. It's been lovely to meet you. I think the cat's... Oh, I thought she was going to knock some stuff over, but she's not. That's good. It's been lovely to meet the new people, and I'm so grateful for my regulars coming along every time, listening to me going on. Cheers to you all. I hope you have a lovely night, day, morning, whatever it is you're doing, wherever you are in the world. I really appreciate you coming along, and I hope you have a wonderful time, and I will see you all for a live chat very, very soon, because you are all awesome and I have to keep doing this. So I've had some suggestions. Gourmand. We're going to do a gourmand live stream. Let's all bring our favourite gourmand fragrances and we'll chat gourmand. And also Prinlow Moss, we're going to do everything I can find that I've got from Prinlow Moss, and we'll do a live stream based on that as well. So they are definitely happening. Thank you so much, everyone. I will see you all very, very soon. A final flash of my teeth up close. Look at them. Bye, everyone.